Most problems are not separate issues. They are symptoms of a few broken roots. Fix the root and the symptoms vanish. We are not facing 100 different storms. We are lost in a maze built from a handful of wrong turns. The lessons that follow are not a random list. They are a map back to the exits. They are not about solving 93% of your problems. They are about understanding that 93% of your problems stem from the same 30% of errors in perception and action. Correct those, and the landscape of your life will simplify before your eyes. 1. The problem is almost never the event. It's your story about the event. The flat tire is neutral. The story that, "This ruins my day, proves my luck is bad, and makes me late for everything," is the source of the suffering. Change the narrative, change your life. 2. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can always control what you do with what happens. This is not a consolation prize. It is the only power that matters. Your response is your sovereignty. 3. If a problem can be solved with money, it is not a problem. It is an expense. Stop conflating financial inconvenience with existential crisis. See it clearly, and the weight lifts. 4. The goal is not to be fearless. The goal is to have the courage to act alongside the fear. Fear is a companion, not a commander. Acknowledge it, then do the thing anyway. 5. You are under no obligation to be the person you were 5 minutes ago. You can apologize. You can change your mind. You can walk away. Your past self is not your jailer. 6. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your questions. Ask, "What can I learn from this?" instead of, "Why is this happening to me?" The first builds strength, the second builds victimhood. 7. Clarity is more important than positivity. Seeing a terrible truth clearly is better than believing a comfortable lie. One you can navigate, the other will shipwreck you. 8. Your energy is finite. What you pay attention to, you empower. Draining your focus on things you cannot change is the fastest way to feel powerless and exhausted. 9. The opinions of people you don't respect should have no value to you. Why would you let a stranger's uninformed critique dictate your self-worth? Their opinion is their problem, not yours. 10. The need to be right is often the enemy of being happy, being loved, and being at peace. You can be right, or you can be in relationship. Choose wisely. 11. Your to-do list is immortal. Your time is not. Stop treating time as an infinite resource. Prioritize as if your life depends on it, because it does. 12. Most procrastination is not laziness. It is the fear of imperfection, of judgment, or of starting. Address the fear, not the laziness. The action will often follow. 13. If you cannot say no with conviction, your yes has no meaning. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are the gates you control, defining what you let in. Without them, you are not kind, you are consumed. 14. You teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. Every time you accept disrespect, you are giving a masterclass in how to disrespect you. The curriculum is written by your silence. 15. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. Visit to learn. Do not move in. You cannot drive forward while staring in the rearview mirror. 16. If you are willing to accept only the best for yourself, you very often get it. This isn't magic. It's the compound effect of 1,000 small decisions where you choose not to settle. 17. Your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. A diamond does not become glass because a blind person cannot see it. Their perception is a reflection of their limits, not your value. 18. Comparison is the theft of joy, but only if you compare your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. You are comparing your raw footage to their edited movie. It's a rigged game. Stop playing. 19. The hardest person to forgive is usually yourself. But if you wouldn't hold a friend to that standard, why are you holding yourself? Grant yourself the same grace. 20. Honesty without compassion is cruelty. Truth is a tool. Use it to build understanding, not to bludgeon. 21. The quieter you become, the more you can hear. This applies to your intuition, to others, and to the world. Stillness is not emptiness, it is receptivity. 22. The most common addiction is the addiction to being comfortable. It will rob you of growth, adventure, and resilience. Seek comfort for recovery, not for a permanent address. 23. You cannot heal in the same environment that made you sick. Sometimes healing requires a change of scenery, of people, or of routine. Create space for the new to grow. 24. A person's true character is revealed not in crisis, but in how they treat those who can do nothing for them. Observe how people treat waiters, assistants, and strangers. That is their baseline. 25. If it costs you your peace, it is too expensive. No promotion, relationship, or possession is worth the price of your inner calm. Your peace is your most valuable asset. Guard it. 26. Over-explaining is a trauma response. It is a plea to be understood and believed. Recognize it in yourself. You owe no one a dissertation on your choices. A simple "no" or "this is my decision" is complete. 27. The goal is not to avoid pain. The goal is to not let pain define you. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. Suffering is the story you layer on top of the pain. 28. The most powerful word in the universe is because. It turns action into purpose. I am doing this because, when you know your because, you can endure any how. 29. The enemy of a great life is often a good life. Comfortable, acceptable, and fine are the quiet killers of extraordinary. Don't settle for good enough. 30. You will never regret being kind. In the final accounting, acts of kindness are never listed as mistakes. Err on the side of generosity. These lessons are not 70 separate fixes. They are 70 angles of attack on the same few core vulnerabilities: a fragile ego, a scattered focus, a tolerance for disrespect, a resistance to reality, and a fear of time. You do not need to memorize 70 things. You need to internalize a handful of operating truths. See things as they are, not worse. Invest your energy only where it can make a difference. Guard your peace and your time like the treasures they are. Be rigid in your values but flexible in your methods. Your character is your only permanent possession. Master these roots. Watch the tangled problems above the surface begin to wither and fall away. The solution was never to fight every branch. It was to strengthen the trunk. The obstacle in the path becomes the path. The impediment to action advances the action. What stands in the way becomes the way.